3 bright sparks.
We're getting to the point where we're just making up something silly like a coconut dehusker.
3 big shots.
A message I'd like to give to the other team is, go cry to your mummies.
1 business guru.
I think you're going to be the laughing stock. Am I being a bit too harsh?
2 new products.
Only problem is, it's liable to pop.
25 expert judges.
You just feel like you've seen it everywhere before already.
But only one team can win. Beat the boss.
I'm Sarah Khan and this is Beat the Boss, the show where you play the best business brains at their own game. 3 bright sparks compete against 3 big shots to create a brand new product for the children's market. The question is, who knows what you really want? Our 2 teams have to create the ultimate leisure inflatable. Each team will be hoping that their product excites the judges so much they'll be bouncing over one another to get their hands on it. Let's meet the teams. Hoping to beat the boss today are these 3 budding business brains from Wales.
Hi, I'm Robert. I train 2.5 hours a night, so I'm a really competitive person. When I am older, I plan to take first place as a businessman in the technology industry.
Hi, I'm Radha. In my spare time, I love card making because I think it brings out my creativity. When I'm older, I want to be a model, and I'm going to take over the fashion industry with my own modelling agency.
Hi, I'm Owen. In my spare time, I like to play the piano. I also like inventing new games. So when I'm older, I'd like to be the director of a board games company.
That's the bright sparks, and hoping not to be beaten by them are these 3 multi-award winning business big shots.
I'm Jonathan. In 2000, I won the Non-Irish Downhill Mountain Bike Championships.
Jonathan has pedalled his way to winning stacks of awards with his extreme sports company, Red Raven.
My name's Karen and I run my own estate agency business called Maxwell's Residential Limited.
Karen is certainly hot property as she won Young Estate Agent of the Year in 2005.
Hi, I'm Spencer, and I'm the creative director of a design consultancy.
Spencer's company, Taxi Studio, has won an incredible 52 awards in just 3 years. So that's the big shots. Who will win the Beat the Boss trophy? The teams are nervous because it's time for me to deliver their brief. Hi! They're going to have to try and puncture the inflatables market, which is worth an annual £12 million. And with over 2,000 new designs a year, it won't be an easy task to jump into. Your brief is you must create the ultimate leisure inflatable. It must have a dual purpose and it must inflate within 5 minutes.
Oh no. I think we've lost already.
You're then going to be taken to a leading company where you're going to present your ideas. So your initial reactions.
Is it okay if I just hide under my chair for a couple of minutes?
When you hear the word inflatable, what's the first thing that comes into your head?
Bouncy castle.
An inflatable chair that you can sail along.
Inflatable dartboard. The closest we got.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to leave you for a while so you can gather some ideas, think about things, and then I'll be back later to see how you're all getting on.
Okay,
all right? Good luck.
Thank you very much. Right, let's brainstorm.
Robert, Radha and Owen's advantage is that they know what children want. Jonathan, Karen and Spencer's advantage is their combined business knowledge.
What about something that flies, like you said, an inflatable like wing of sorts the kid can just run and jump and try and get some air?
Yeah.
But not off a cliff, obviously.
I like your idea of the bed and like the chair.
We could have
like
a bed converting into a chair is a good idea. Because then it is 2 purposes.
Kids go to the beach at summer. It is a summer market.
It's the garden, it's the beach, it's the paddling pool. I'm a competitive person, yeah. You have to be to run your own company, and you have to be when you're dealing with kids because, we should never discount them. They don't have any bureaucracy, they've got no idea as to how the big outside world works yet, so they've got no inhibitions. So I think that's going to be our biggest challenge.
We know what children like, and if it's aimed at children, Then we beat the adults every time.
I think you need to do some market research to get you on the right track, OK? Remember, it's got to be a product that doesn't already exist out there, all right?
Yeah.
So get down to the market research and I'll come back and see how you're getting on later.
Okay.
All right? Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Our adults may be A-grade business brains, but if they want to stop the children beating them, they urgently need to find out what you think is cool.
If you start any project without asking your target audience what their likes and dislikes are, you might as well not bother.
And if our children want to beat the boss, they need to brush up on their knowledge of inflatables. If their product has to inflate in 5 minutes, will something that can self-inflate be the best choice?
Get ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
Go. It might take all day with the looks of it. There you go, time's up.
Well, we didn't.
Have we
It's
got
not very
much?
good, is it?
No.
I actually expected the self-inflating one to be the best. Because you see them in films and they put them down and they go straight up. But obviously it's not the case.
We were looking at blow-up shapes like stars, balls, mats that you can get ideas from. 1 minute 26.
Starfish proved successful, but the ball was so big that it just didn't pump up as well.
I think the team is working well because it's really getting to the point now where we understand what we're going to do.
Our bright sparks have done some serious swatting up, but will the big shots be able to learn as much?
We've learned quite a lot from the kids, actually. The favourite colours.
Pink, definitely pink.
Yeah, pink.
Blue. I'm blue. My favourite colour's red.
That they really like bouncing on castles behind us.
I like bouncy castles like this one in here. Even though it's fun, you have to be careful what you're jumping on top of.
I'm quite conscious about breaking limbs and scratching themselves.
If we were to say that, you know, we've got this toy for you to play with, it's a ball, and you can get inside it and bash around with your friends, and you can bounce on it, but don't get the thumbs up from you guys.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, yeah, you got your thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Definitely a thumbs
Excellent,
up.
kids.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Has either team learnt more than the other to bounce into the lead? The big shots and the bright spots need to get their thinking caps on and start brainstorming. They're going to have to pitch their ideas to a leading company, but first they're going to have to convince me.
The idea of a football goal.
A football goal,
Right, okay.
which can also be used as a shelter without having to change anything.
Okay, the next one is the combining 3 rings. What it is this just 3 one of those big swim rings, and you just put them together, and you just fill the pool, you just fill the bottom of one up with water, and it just turns into a swimming pool then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that works. Because you know the rings,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how small the gaps are, the water's still going to come out.
How about we just use one and you flip it over and turn it into a trampoline?
Only problem is, it's liable to pop.
Not everyone likes football.
How do we make this with only a slight change, a product that could appeal to girls? I'm going to ask you, Radha.
Turned it into a beach chair, like put that up,
We've
leave
already
those
said
two
that
down.
chairs weren't a good idea earlier.
Yeah.
I got a horrible feeling that we're getting to the point where we're just making up something silly like a coconut dehusker.
Will the bright sparks be able to get over their differences? Meanwhile, the big shots have gone from bouncy castles to a bouncing ball, but is that all it does?
What purposes have we got for this? We've got 4 on the table at the moment, haven't we?
Yeah.
You've got you can use it as a regular ball, just a big ball to boot around the garden.
Okay.
You can use it as a bodysuit to muck around and fight with your friends in a safe way.
Okay.
You can use it
As a chair.
and you can also what was the other usage?
You can just like sort of throw it about the pitch.
No, you can bounce on it.
Bounce on
That's
it.
it. Yeah, you can bounce on it. I think you know I'd have a go on this. I think it'd be good fun.
Oh, we will have one this. I think it'll
we'll
be it,
get
yeah.
on this, yeah.
Will the adult's idea be as simple as they think? Will the children's idea be any better, or do they need a helping hand?
What idea are you going to develop? It's a football net, and it's all plastic with air inside, so it's really light.
Nice.
And then if you flip it over, that'll be the swimming pool from a bird's eye view. And then you flip it over again and it becomes a shelter. I'm not too sure about turning it into a paddling pool. Do you use a paddling pool?
No.
I use a swimming pool, but not a paddling pool.
Okay, now remember, you have got to think about the people that are going to buy this, the people that are going to go past this product and think, that's for me, that's fun, that's unique, and it's great. All right, that's the focus. If you really want to beat the boss, I think we really need some hard work doing here now. The Bright Sparks idea seems a bit deflated, and is the Big Shot's confidence about to be punctured? How are you going to inflate this ball? And how long is it going to take?
It'll take about, I'd say, 2 minutes to inflate the ball.
Yeah, I think it would
it'll just be all panels inside.
There'll be several valves, I think, as well. I don't think there'll be like a master valve. There might be a few valves where you can sort of control how much you want it to snuggle you when you're inside the suit. So I don't think it's an instance where one valve's going to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a kid and you want to play with your toy, how many valves do you want to be blowing up before you get bored?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we've got to limit the valves right
I'll
down.
leave you to it. I'll come back later, but it seems like you're on the right path there.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye. Well, Sarah raised the point about the number of valves we were going to have on the inflatable jacket or the ball itself. I think it was quite right. We need to keep it simple, keep it short and keep it easy.
Both teams still have a lot of work to do, but have our children decided that all work and no play makes you a bit boring?
What's your favourite word?
My favourite word? Funky.
Chicken. What's yours?
Constipation.
All right, constipation, funky chicken. And we could have. And we could have
guys.
somebody
Okay. So what have we come up with? Because we really haven't got much time now.
Okay, we've come up with the name Orus or Constipated Funky Chicken.
Okay, well listen, there's a lot of giggling here and I really don't think you're very focused at all. You know, I left you with some very clear things to do. Where is your design? Where you have got to pitch this idea to a leading company, the three of you, and that in that design they've got to see how your idea turns from one product into another. I think the way you're going, it's not looking good right now. You know, that, quite frankly, in the time that you've had, is not good. I think you're going to be the laughing stock. Am I being a bit too harsh?
No.
Okay, get designs on, come up with a funky name, think about your market. Who is going to buy this product? Okay? And let's get on with it. If you want to beat the boss, that is not going to get you very far.
Cyrus said, if you sum it up, the idea was rubbish to start with and it needed bucking up.
I thought that was good because I think she needed to be a bit strict on us.
Can the Bright Sparks pull it together? Because the Big Shots think they've already come up with the ultimate leisure inflatable.
Deal's done. Cool. Sorted.
Okay, you finished?
Yeah, we
Well
have.
done, excellent. What's your product name?
Double bubble.
Wow, okay.
Double bubble.
Double bubble, nice and simple.
Or double bubble, because it does 4 things.
Double bubble bubble.
Double bubble trouble.
Okay, we asked you for a dual purpose. You've come up with 4, which is very, very ambitious. But what you presented, I think, sounds like a really good, fun product. So well done, and good luck when you go to present it to the company.
Thank you.
All right,
Cheers.
good luck.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
I think we've had a really good storm session. I think we're going to really make this product work, and I think the kids are going to love it, and we're going to win.
What will our judges think of the double bubble? Especially as our Bright Spots have raced back with a fully pumped idea.
Can I just say one thing? I think a lovely name for it would be the Footy Den.
Okay, guys, your time is up. Why don't you present what your final ideas are then?
This is the Footy Den and the logo for it is Kickoff starts when you buy it.
If you see a football net, where the net is, that's going to be plastic filled with air, and down the sides everything's going to be air. So then and then there's a bit you can velcro onto it or just slide down, and you can make a wall, an inside, so the rain doesn't come in. And inside there you'll there's a mat which will have markings of a football pitch.
Radha, do you like playing football?
I don't like football.
So would you buy this product?
I wouldn't really buy it, not to be honest.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a football pitch. It's just what type of mat we give you. It could be a basketball pitch, a netball pitch. There's lots of different mats that you can change, so you can play different games inside this.
Fantastic. Now that you've expanded that idea, does it make sense to call it the Footy Den?
Yes.
No.
Maybe...
The Fun Den. The Fun Den.
Okay. Well, you've got your ideas here. You've got the branding. Again, you know, your time's up. You've got to think about how you're going to pitch this now to the company, because that's the next stage. But a good start,
Okay.
and I think a very good idea.
I feel a bit better now at the end of the day because half of the job is done. We've got it all planned out. And all we have to do is get it made now.
A message I'd like to give to the other team is, you know, go cry to your mummies, because we're going to beat you.
The Big Shots have come up with the double bubble. It's a ball, it's a bouncer, it's a chair, and it's also a battle suit. Now, in theory, it sounds like a great product, but is it too complicated? The other team have got a very simple idea with a clear dual purpose. Will that give them the edge?
Within a few days, the Bright Sparks idea has developed into a mega multi-sports den, and the Big Shots have gone all out on professional drawings to present to the UK's leading inflatables company. Airkey have had 25 years of success, having created everything from slides to an inflatable church. Will our teams impress Mark John, the commercial director, and Rob Roden, the head designer?
I am feeling really nervous at the company. It's really big and I'm feeling really nervous.
I'm expecting them to be very afraid.
Yeah.
And to run away crying.
To decide who will present to the company first, a coin is tossed.
Tails for Wales never fails.
Heads.
Heads it is.
Fantastic.
Losers! See ya!
See you later.
The name for this is Double Bubble, for reasons that will become
quite obvious.
self-evident.
The initial concept is a ball that has 4 product features.
The first function that this product has is Bubble Kick, and you can just treat it literally as a fun ball for the beach or for the garden. Moving on through to Bubble Bounce. Now, this is reminiscent of a very old school toy, which you'll no doubt be very familiar with. Then we've got the pièce de résistance, the Bubble Battle. Now, this is where the kids don the suit and run into each other and bounce along. And then lastly, we've got Bubble Float.
So, can we get your initial thoughts on the actual designs?
I think it's perhaps there's too many things involved in it.
Yeah.
And it could do with them whittling down slightly and
Well,
just concentrate on perhaps 2.
But it looks as though it's something that could perhaps be mass-produced.
Yeah.
And, you know, find its way into perhaps the retail sector.
Yeah.
The Big Shots idea needs to be simplified. Will the Bright Spots idea also need some work?
One thing we have not come up with is a strategy. We're just going to go in there and we're just going to say what we think we need to do to win the competition. We've come to present our idea.
Okay, we're hoping for it to be a cube shape, so that each side we've got can be used for a different sporting activity. For instance, here at the front, it could be open, so it could be used as a football goal or a hockey goal. Then if we turned it round, we'd have some cricket stumps painted on. If we went to the back, it could be used for rugby. You could have a hole in the posts, and then a hole for girls who want to play netball.
It is, yeah.
It's not so much a toy, is it? It's more to hone the skills of budding sports people, which I think is good. It's something that maybe the market lacks. I like it. So, Rob, what do you think about having either the square there or actually having a ring protruding from the inflatable?
No, I think the way they've got it there with the hole actually in the unit makes the unit very simple. And it's a simplicity that works so well. And it doesn't need anything else.
You're going to work with Rob now this afternoon.
Okay.
And he's going to probably have some more detailed questions for you.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Cheers,
See you
Ian.
later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. The children were inspirational in what they thought of. They knew what they wanted to do, and they knew roughly how they wanted to get there. The adults too, they certainly knew what they were talking about. And they presented it very professionally, I thought. At the moment, it's difficult to pick between the two of them, you know, which one would actually sell the best.
It's neck and neck. Will Rob's expert help give either team a lead in the competition?
We've got a basic design that we need to look at refining. Now, I see it that the armhole could be made a lot bigger, so that there's never any chance of it,
Right, okay.
you know, like catching the child and being too tight,
Yes.
and being too restrictive. If we use a zip, we can have it so that it will inflate and the zip will hold it in a ball shape with the youngster inside.
Just quite secure.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they become uncomfortable and they need to get out quickly, opening that zip would release pressure very quickly.
Okay,
that's quite important. And it's a good safety function as well.
Can you foresee it being uncomfortable inside? Is it something that's going to make them sweat? Or...
Yes.
Is something that makes children sweat really a winning design? The Bright Sparks idea is simple, but will it be easy to make?
Here's your idea here. It's essentially tubes that go all the way around to each one of the corners, and it blows up into like a cube shape. Then we'll make just a sheet bag that will fit over the complete unit and give it the shape that you see in your visual.
Okay.
The tubes will also act as seating, so that when you walk inside there, everybody can sit down.
I think we should go with that.
I think we should go with it too.
I think the only thing left to look at with it is whether you're happy with the colour.
Colour is really important, and the adults have gone against their market research, which revealed red and blue were favourite colours.
The only worry that I have had today is the colours that we've chosen for our product. The purple I'm very happy with. The grey I do think perhaps is going to be a little bit on the dull side, but we'll see what the designers come up with.
Is there a red?
Yeah, we've got a red here. Put the red with it there.
That looks quite good.
They'll go together.
Yeah, because it's not a too dark red, it's not too light a red.
So blue and red?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice, I think. Well done.
Well, what he suggests has been very helpful. I'm more keen than ever that we're going to win. However, you don't know about the other side because they could have something of sheer genius.
From what we understand, the other team has a very strong idea too. Not that I'm surprised they came up with it, but I think that perhaps we thought we would have a better insight into the kids' market than the kids themselves. That might be something we regret later on. We'll have to wait and see.
The products are now being made, but the teams won't see them until the day they find out who has won.
It's neck and neck. I can't pick between the two of them. The children's unit is a simple design. The adults unit is a very good design. So between the two of them, I think it's going to be interesting.
It's the day of the big decision. Can the Bright Sparks beat the boss?
It'll be such an achievement to beat the adults.
Those kids will be unbearable if they've won and we've lost.
Losing is not going to happen because our product is the best.
If we lose, I'll never live this down. My reputation as a business and entrepreneur will just be destroyed.
Here at the Beat the Boss HQ, the teams are going to see their finished products and also find out which has been voted the ultimate leisure inflatable. So for the first time, you will see what you think are the ultimate leisure inflatables for the children's market. Big shots, here you go.
Oh, excellent.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wicked. There's me valve on the logo.
Oh, fantastic.
Got the logo.
Bright Sparks, do you think your product will beat the bosses?
Yes.
Okay, stand back.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Our product is fantastic. It's big, it's colourful, it's just fantastic.
I think our product has exceeded our expectations, and I'm really confident that we've got a winning solution here. I think we've won it.
At the end of the day, how many girls sumo fight?
I want to kick their butt.
Bring it on, we're going to beat you.
Big shots, Bright Sparks. We took a cross-section of your target market, children aged 8 to 12, to find out exactly what they thought of the Double Bubble and the Mega Multi-Den.
I would definitely buy the Double Bubble product. The Double Bubble has lots of different games. They're quite unusual games, but they're really fun. It'll be really good for firemen if they fall out their fire engine. As you use it a lot, you might get a bit bored of it. I can easily just sleep in it, you can sit in it, you can really just do normal daytime things in it.
The sumo suit and the chair are quite obvious, but the space hopper and the football weren't too obvious.
With the zip, the same, it gets very tough sometimes and you can't do it by yourself. I think the colours should be blue, red and green and multicoloured all around it.
I wouldn't buy the double bubble because I'm not one of those people that would go outside and play with a toy.
I probably would buy the double bubble because I quite like going outside and just playing around with the things and toys that I can find.
What I liked about the birthday was that it was well designed.
You could tell that it had two purposes because it had the cricket stumps which you can play cricket against and it had the hole which you can play basketball on it through. The stumps are very good because you don't have to get stumps set up in your garden. I like it because it's something you could just go to sleep in.
I don't really know how to use it. I would prefer to have some instructions to do what to do with it, something like that.
You just feel like you've seen it everywhere before already.
I think the choice of colours was quite nice.
If it was for 12-year-olds, I think it would be a bit too childish.
So, will our 25 judges vote the double bubble or the mega multi-den, the ultimate leisure inflatable? Our 25 judges thought the winner was...
Alright guys, fingers crossed.
By just one vote...
Come on.
The Bright Sparks. Congratulations.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Good on you. One vote.
Thank you.
Very close. Well done.
Oh, no way.
So, you beat the boss. How do you feel?
Elated.
Great. Fantastic. There you go. Now, if you'd like to make your way outside, there's a limousine waiting to whisk you away. Okay? And you guys, I'm afraid it's the bus back home for you.
Wow.
Bright Sparks, congratulations, you did it.
It's really, really nerve-wracking in there.
I just can't believe we won.
It's just an amazing feeling.
Well, congratulations to the other team. I still think we deserve to win, but that's life for you.
The fact that we lost this by such a narrow margin is a bit of a pill to swallow.
We both know who the clear winners really should be. That's us.
We did the ball! Yeah! Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, and it's got the losers in it.